goes ahead. And the British champion there pulling a wheelie down the back straight. Jackson in second place. Battle going on for third place with Colin Earl in there. But it's Mark Wadsworth now really right away on his own. Third place is Mark Evans, who's pulled away now from Colin Earl. And behind him number 726 Mike Powell. This looks Mark Wadsworth, the British champion. Second spot, first time now by Mark Evans. Jackson from Mark Evans and tucked in behind him, Colin Earl. So Dave Jackson going wide. Mark Evans pushing up a little bit on the far side, but Jackson hangs on in there, just behind him in third place, number 340 Mark Evans. In fourth place, Colin Earl. The break, the full start. Having said that, sometimes a little bit of a problem, but it's Mike Appleton who leads. Richard Lively in second place as they went past us, but Mike Appleton made a super start there, and he really has pulled ahead of a gaggle of riders in the way there. Passed it for the second time at the end of the fifth completed lap. Phil Dowling in second place. So, Phil Dowling then was going to have a lot of strength, I think, in the western centre. In the upper centre. Pulling away. Phil Dowling in second place. In third place as they pass me, number 153 Richard Lively now just ahead of Steve Deeren. Steve Deeren makes it into third place. Beautiful corner. Mike Appleton then heads them into the last lap. Still Bill Dowling behind him. Steve Deeren really going now. Steve Deeren looking to make up a lot of ground. A little bit of an indifferent start, but it's very high standing. Leader then, trying Mike Appleton. Mike Appleton on the Honda new track from Oakfield who wins. Phil Dowling in second place, Steve Deeren in third, and in fourth place, Richard Lively. In second place, number 291, Phil Dowling. In third place, number 443, Steve Deeren. In fourth place, number 153, Richard Lively. In fifth place, number 48, Paul Reed. And in sixth place, number 92, Darren Powell. Well, we switch to the 500 sidecars. And just run through the drivers quickly. Martin James, Jerry Squirrel, Wayne Boyd, Glen Cunningham, local interest there because Colin Lewis comes from Hereford, Roger Newman, and Brian Palmer. Well, Brian Palmer was third in last year's 500 championship, and of course we'll have a new champion this year because Cecil Taylor has moved to live in France. And Dawn Lyde, who's immediately on my left, I'm sure we'll be hoping that turns out to be her husband Kevin. Wouldn't it be nice, she says, and it would indeed. But there's an awful lot of competitors who have their own ideas about winning any of those championships next weekend. Well, looking across, John Young focusing on the sidecar start, which of course for the 500 sidecars is the solo start as well. Here we go, and they break. And that looks like Roger Newman making a good start. Roger Newman pressed by Brian Palmer. Brian Palmer comes inside, and it's Brian Palmer who leaves Roger Newman, but hangs grimly on in there. Roger Newman from Brian Palmer. And Brian Palmer looking to come through, but not finding the way so far. A terrific battle going on for third place with Jerry Squirrel and Brian Canning side by side. Some good sidecar racing here. What a move. Roger Newman with in the chair, and they still hang on. Still coming from Brian Palmer and Craig Herbert. They challenge again on the inside, but they're still not going to get there. In third place now, number 34, Jerry Squirrel and Paul Stanford, just a length or two ahead of the fourth place man, and a three-way battle now. Brian Palmer looking to come round the outside. A long way round, but he's not going to get there this time. It's still Roger Newman from Brian Palmer, and Jerry Squirrel and Brian Canning still hard at it for that third place. Good racing going on. Here comes Brian Palmer. Take the lead and come around as the checkered flag. So it's Brian Palmer takes the lead. Craig Herbert in the chair, and tucked in there behind him is Roger Newman and Vincent, and that's the way they'll finish. In third place, number 34, Jerry Squirrel and Paul Stanford, and behind him, Brian Canning and Colin Lewis. The results then of race 3 on your programme. The first race for the 500 sidecars. In first place, number 71, Brian Palmer and Craig Herbert. In second place, number 75, Roger Newman and Ian Vincent. In third place, number 34, Jerry Squirrel and Paul Stafford. In fourth place, number 49, Brian Canning and Colin Lewis. In fifth place, number 91, Wayne Boys and Jason Holmes. And in sixth place, number 233, Martin James and John Hiller. Race 4 coming up, still with the 500 sidecars, and Kevin Lloyd, runner-up in the British Championship last year, goes in this one with Mal Goodwin, Ricky Neal, Mike Reed and Dave Howells. Those are the drivers. This is race 4 on your programme. Here we go, they get away for race 4. Looks like Mike Reed making a good start. Kevin Lloyd, though, hits the front, so it's Kevin Lloyd in front, Dave Howells hard on his heels. And it's Dave Howells, in fact, who has the advantage, and Kevin Lloyd has the... Well, they're coming around towards it. Still number 3, Dave Howells and Scott Dunn, but very, very wide indeed. Kevin Lloyd sees a gap, and it's Kevin Lloyd and Al Pithouse who come through to take the lead. Still in second place now, it's Dave Howells and Scott Dunn, and behind them Mike Reed and Andy Robertson. Al Pithouse, two former solo men looking to establish themselves at the head of the race, and they appear to have done just that with Dave Howells and Scott Dunn a length or two back. And Mike Reed, Andy Robertson. Off that ground this time. Still Dave Howells in behind him, and Mike Reed, and number 30, Malcolm Goodwin. And back a little way then to number 11. And positions look to be the same as they head towards the start. Number 7 line, Al Pithouse. Second place, Dave Howells and Scott Dunn. And behind them in third place, number 57, Mike Reed and Andy Robertson. Results of race 4 as follows. First place, number 7, Kevin Lloyd and Al Pithouse. Second place, number 3, Dave Howells and Scott Dunn. In third place, number 57, Mike Reed and Andy Robertson. And in fourth place, number 30, Malcolm Goodwin and Lester Goodwin. In fifth place, number 11, Ricky Neal and Dave Fremantle. So 7, 3, 57, 30 and 11. We have two cars who are blocking the ambulance exit. They are a BMW G211 DPE, that's a BMW, and then there's a Rover B505 YJ, that looks like. So please, if you could move those cars, they're blocking the ambulance exit. And we don't want any delays getting competitors away. So please, if you could move those two cars as soon as possible. We're with the 350s and it's race 5 and they get underway. And it's Mike Beaumont making a good start. Mark Taylor on his heels, Andy Riley in third place. So we've got the twice times 350 champion in third place. Challenging for a third. Mark Taylor right alongside him, but the leader out in front. Number 33 from Droitwich. It's the Flying Yorkshireman, Mike Beaumont. So it's Mike Beaumont and Andy Riley riding a beautiful corner there and coming up inside with Andy Riley. Good to see Mark back in action again. And fifth place, Ricky Scarboro. So having a go. Good 350 field this out in his first place. Four times the European GrasstrackSPORT finalist, twice times the British 350 champion, leading from Mike Beaumont. And Wayne Broadhurst, the Midland Centre 350 champion, looking, I'm sure, to retain that next week. Riley, Wayne Broadhurst, is he going to hang on in there just from the very closely from Mike Beaumont, then Ricky Scarborough, and then Mark Taylor, and then a little way back to 193 John Shames. Which is making it impossible for us to get the ambulance from the circuit. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for moving it. Right, the official result then for race 5. In first place, look at that number again. 54. I wrote down 54. How could I possibly do that? Number 54, Andy Riley. In second place, number 158, Wayne Broadhurst. In third place, number 32, Mike Beaumont. In fourth place, number 127, Ricky Scarborough. In fifth place, number 170, Mark Taylor. In sixth place, number 193, John Shames. And in seventh place, number 105, Steve Tideswell. So over the page we go, and we stay with the 350s, and another good field this time, with Gerald Shawn, the former national 350 and European champion, of course, going in this one. Glen Stanton, Richard Moss, no Kevin Phelps, non-starter. Mike Powell, no Mick Nicholson, Paul Powell, Graham Lowe and Tom Ledbetter. Well, I understand we may well see Peter Lloyd riding a 350 as well, so that'll be interesting to see how he goes. Joe Shortman making a good start. Peter Lloyd out there, sitting in fourth place. Tom Ledbetter comes just inside him. Tiger Thomas doing it. So Robert Shaw still out in front. Peter Lloyd working up into second place. Glen Stanton in third. Tom Ledbetter in fourth. Second place. So then, Peter Lloyd riding this 350 well. Is this something to do with next week's National Championships or the Inter-Century? Remains to be seen. Peter Lloyd from Gerald Shawn then. Tom Ledbetter in fourth place. Now the leader then comes towards us. Peter Lloyd it is, and leads us on the last lap. Gerald Shawn in second place, then Mick Stanton, then Tom Ledbetter, and then back to number 72. And it's Paul Powell then right in the 72 place. So look at that. Joe Short in a fighting second place. Glen Cunningham in third, just I think ahead of Tiger Tom Ledbetter. Then number 72, Paul Powell. And back a little way to 148, Graham Lowe. Official results of race 6. In first place, number 4, Peter Lloyd. In second place, number 27, Gerald Short. In third place, number 811, Glen Cunningham. In fourth place, number 12, Tom Ledbetter. In fifth place, number 72, Paul Powell. And in sixth place, number 148, Graham Lowe. So we move now to the 1000cc sidecars. And what a fascinating sidecar entry we've got here today. Going first on out there. Let's run through the drivers. Jason Mullett, Steve Allen. No, we think Jason was a non-starter, I think. Well, give me a nicely corrected programme and then I insist on writing on an uncorrected one, so I'm just managing to confuse myself. Don't worry about it. So then, Steve Allabone, Rob Wilson, Peter Goodwin, Andy Merish, Gary Wright. Well, it's surely one of the best fields of 1000 sidecars we've certainly seen in this part of the world for a year or two. And good it is to see the other day. A lot of them, of course, travelling back from Donington last night. Pictures on the line, they get away, little ragged, get away. Looks like Rob Wilson and Vince Jones, who've gauged well, come very wide off that top bend. In second place, Steve Allen and Andy Bacon. In third place, Andy Merish and Mark Beaton. Rob Wilson going well. Didn't have such a good round in his first round of the Masters, not by his very high standards, but very much there in contention. Rob Wilson then and Vince Jones. Still ahead of outfit number 8, Steve Allabone, Andy Bacon. Rob Wilson and Vince Jones then with this very much under control. Steve Allabone and Andy Bacon seem to come very wide there and lost that second place to Andy Norris and Mark Beaton. And in fourth place, as they cross the line, Peter Goodwin and Peter Burnett. The official results then of race 7. In first place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. In second place, number 46, Andy Norrish and Mark Beaton. In third place, number 8, Steve Allabone and Andy Bacon. And in fourth place, number 111, Peter Goodwin and Peter Burnett. Well, so I've said before, a splendid entry of the big chairs and race 8. We've got Rustling and Paul Uritz, former Masters winners Steve Smith, Pete Hall on the chair, Martin Baker and Shane Cann, Ivor Matthews and Mick Dowes, Ian McCauley and Rick McCauley, Chris Hall and Steve Kensington. Terrific field. Well, last year Rustling and Paul Uritz went into that second round of the Masters with very, very high hopes, and then they had a few problems on the day, mechanical problems, and they must be hoping that this year they can put that all behind them and have another good run. They're sitting in 6th place in the Masters at the moment. Here we go then, the dirt brake, rustling and Paul Uritt making a terrific start up the inside. The rustling and Paul Uritt leading from Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Nice new leathers for Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Let's hope that means we're going to see a lot more of an action. Ivan Matthews and McDowell's in 3rd place. Former Masters winner Steve Smith, a tremendously determined driver, but in front of him at the moment. It's outfit number 6, it's rustling and Paul Uritt leading from Steve Smith and Keith Wall. And Ivan Matthews and Mike Dowd still there in 3rd place. Not a lot between the first 3 outings. Ivan Matthews then, putting the pressure on, coming around the outside of Steve Smith, looking to come ahead of him. I wonder if he'll make it. Meanwhile then, out in front, it's number 6, it's rustling and Paul Uritt. From Steve Smith and Keith Wall, still there in 2nd place. Ivan Matthews and McDowell hard on their heels, but not able to make any impression at the moment. Outfit number 6, it's rustling and Paul Uritt. Really going superbly. The head for the checker flag. Victory then for rustling and Paul Uritt. In 2nd place, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Ivan Matthews and McDowell in 3rd. And in 4th place, number 96, Chris Hall and Steve Kenchington. The official results then of race 8 as follows. In 1st place, number 6, rustling and Paul Uritt. In 2nd place, number 2, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. In 3rd place, number 15, Ivan Matthews and McDowell. In 4th place, number 96, Chris Hall and Steve Kenchington. In 5th place, number 50, Ian McCauley and Rick McCauley. So those numbers read 6, 2, 15, 96 and 50. And with race 9, we stay with the big chairs. And, the first appearance of our Australian superstars. Gary Moon going in this one, Steve Robbins in the chair. And of course a lot of local interest because Eddie Alvis is coming out with Chris Spires. And also the man who's twice won the Masters, who's leading it after the first stage. Number 51, Roger Meza, coming out as well with Shane Lapham in the chair. So this will be a good race, a chance to see how the Speedway style outfit copes with the track here. While the sidecars circle round and then go back towards the sidecar start down at the bottom of the hill there. As I mentioned before, a pleasure really to see this number of good quality big chairs here with us at Dumbleton for the first time. So nice to see that a new young club, I know they've got a lot of friends in both the Midland and the Western Centre, and indeed the Western Centre and all over the country. It's helped, but good to see them get such a good again. Here we go then. Gary Moon in 2nd place, but it's Meza at the moment who leads the charge up the hill. And in fact coming through is number 21, it's Neville Penfold who's made the best of the start. And look at that gaggle of competitors. So then, Neville Penfold and Paul Randall in terrific form this year. Very well. And Roger Meza in 3rd place, watching the 2nd place outfit. And that's Mark Wells and Kevin Jarvis in 2nd place. And Roger Meza looks for the inside line, doesn't quite make it. Superbly is Neville Penfold and Paul Randall. So there, Neville Penfold and Paul Randall, absolutely terrific riding from them this year. But as Roger Meza eases into 2nd place, Mark Wells now in 3rd. And in fourth place it's Gary Moon, coming wide. Lower than Roger Measer. Shane Lapham now in second place, but the leaders up ahead of them. Paul Randall, Neville Penfold with Paul Randall in the chair, and that's the way they're going to finish. Victory then for number 21, Neville Penfold and Paul Randall. The official results of race 9 as follows. In first place, number 21, Neville Penfold and Paul Randall. In second place, number 51, Roger Measer and Shane Lapham. In third place, number 71, Mark Wells and John King. In fourth place, number 86, Gary Moon and Steve Robbins. And in fifth place, number 53, Chris Spires and Eddie Alvis. So let's run through those numbers again. 21, 51, 71, 86 and 53. Well, race 10 coming up. Craig Cheetham, who's been having a good year, Tom Gilseller, Chris Gold, Nick Cave, Kevin Simmons, Stephen, let's get it right, and Roy McGuigan. Great killer. Clean start on the far side. Roy McGuigan making the best of the starts, but it's all sorts of things happening on that first bend, and a passenger's out, I think, there. We have a red flag. We have a red flag at this end. That looks like Mr. Shuttle, who had a problem there, replacing Alan Berry with Roy McGuigan. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm concerned really about the trend that grass track racing is taking, because it seems a lot of lady supporters around me at the moment are interested in getting some sort of loveliest legs competition for the grass track riders and drivers and passengers. But well, it's another reason for going to grass track, isn't it? Of race 10, and they get underway again. Like Craig Cheetham's made a better start this time. Coming a little wide off there, is he going to lose the advantage? It's Cheetham, in fact, who's had to drop back now because Mick Cave leads from Craig Cheetham in second place. Leading from Craig Cheetham in second place. And up in the third, looking to come through around Kevin Stevens is Roy McGuigan. Now in front then now, we had that change on the last lap of McCabe and McStace. Just holding off Craig Cheetham and getting very, very close on the deck. And a lot of local enthusiasm on shore for Craig Cheetham to see if he can get alongside McCabe and then get in front of him, but not managing so far. And that's the way they finish, with McCabe just in front of Craig Cheetham. Official result then of race 10. In first place, number 57, McCabe and McStone. In second place, number 1, Craig Cheetham and Gary Lane. In third place, number 127, Roy McGuigan and G Shuttle. In fourth place, number 11, Kevin Stevens and Miles Simmons. And in fifth place, number 20, Chris Golden and Mike Elders. stay with the big chairs with race 11, with Alan and John Blewett going. Alan, of course, who won the Masters only a few years ago, and over the last couple of years when he was victorious at the Berks Bonanza. Ken Lane, who's going very well this year. I haven't actually seen Paul Pinfold. I don't think he's here, but we'll know about that in a moment or two. Len and Ray Foreman, who are going well this year. Good to see them having a little bit more luck, perhaps. And John Halsey and Tony Miles complete the grid. Gets underway, and on the far side we're looking at Alan Blewett and John Blewett. John has a little bit of a gap there as we go into the first bend. Kept it all together, and in fact they're coming up towards us. And it's Len and Ray Foreman now right up at the head of things, battling with John Halsey and Tony Miles. So Alan and John Blewett sitting in 4th place at the moment, and the leaders are going past us. John Halsey ahead of Ken Lane in 2nd place. Ken Lane then moving through, looking very strong. The Yamaha engine seems to have suited him. So then John Halsey still out in front. Ken Lane on the tighter line, looks to come through. It's Ken Lane who leads, John Halsey in 2nd place. Alan and John Blewett in 3rd, Len and Ray Foreman in 4th. Ken Lane and Mark leading as they come round towards us once again. John Halsey and Tony Miles keeping the pressure on, and that's the way they're going to finish. In 3rd place, Alan and John Blewett. And Len and Ray Foreman in trouble. Like going to try and push Stott, the motor. Here come Len and Ray Foreman, having restarted and taken the checkered flag. The results then of race 11: in 1st place, number 7, Ken Lane and Mark Edwards. In 2nd place, number 13, John Halsey and Tony Miles. In 3rd place, number 3, Alan and John Blewett. And in 4th place, number 149, Len and Ray Foreman. Interestingly enough, I was talking to Len and Ray down at the Masters a fortnight ago now, I suppose, and talking over old times when I used to go up to Leamington to be commentator at their events, and I can remember when they were starting out on what's been a long and pretty successful career with the sidecar class. Never been terribly lucky at national level, I feel, but they've done very well in a lot of the centre of that. And good to see them in good form this year. Well, we are now, of course, at race 12, and we have the 500 solo class with Kevin Buck. Said anxiously, let's check the programme, because, as I said, I've got a corrected programme and an uncorrected one. They'll probably try not telling you people that aren't really there. They're away anyway, and we'll pick them up. And coming through, that was Colin Earl, who has seized the advantage. Colin Earl then won the efficiency programme, riding number 40. Rider who really in tremendous form. David Wright in 2nd place. Nigel Newman from Worcester up into 3rd. Marsh number 25, the other addition to this race, but it's from the reporting Colin Earl, but we have a rider down, and we're going to have a red flag so that he can be attended to. I didn't see that. Here we go then, the rerun of race 12. In fact it isn't. Mike Beaumont, Peter Miles, Colin Earl and Christian Marsh. Here we go then, get away, terrific start for number 25, Christian Marsh. Mike Beaumont right up there in contention as well as they come round the bend, but we're looking at Colin Earl. Nigel Newman in fact he leads in the Mount Worcester, Nigel Newman in front, David Wright in second place, Colin Earl taking that second spot, and Gary Lobb right there with them. So nice to see Cornishman Gary Lobb up here racing with him. Colin Earl, who's another man who's gone on the scale under the grass. Gary Lobb in third place. David Wright in fourth. In fifth place, Jonathan Sims. So then, we're from and takes the advantage into the last lap. Nigel Newman still in second place, Gary Lobb in third. Leads from Gary Lobb. Splendid move into second place. Gary Lobb in second place. In fourth place, David Wright. In fifth place, Jonathan Sims. And in sixth place, Mike Beaumont, just ahead of number 25, Christian Marsh. Here's the results then of race 12. In first place, number 14, Colin Earl, the addition to your programme. In second place, number 7, Gary Lobb. In third place, number 2, Nigel Newman. In fourth place, number 38, David Wright. In fifth place, number 135, Jonathan Sims. In sixth place, number 32, Mike Beaumont. In seventh place, number 25, the other edition, number 25, Christian Marsh. In eighth place, number 441, Henry Brook. And in ninth place, number 611, Peter Miles. Let's run through those briefly. 14, 7, 2, 38, 135, 32, 25, 441, and 611. Race 13 coming up. Peter Lloyd joining this field, as also is number 86, Paul Hurry, and also number 311, Stuart Woodall. Means, of course, we have some non-starters. They are number 4118 Wright, number 412 Rob Stacey, number 262 Mick Malloy, and number 12 Tom Ledbetter. Here we go then. And Peter Lloyd making a good start. Peter Lloyd from Trevor Eden as they go into the first bend. Good to see Peter concentrating on the ground. Lovely form, maiden into the European GrasstrackSPORT Championship. And still Trevor Eden in second place, Paul Hurry in third. And Paul Hurry lays it out beautifully, comes round the outside, moves into second place. Peter Lloyd from Paul Hurry. Off to the far side, I'm a leader. Number 4 it is. Still Peter Lloyd from Paul Hurry from Trevor Eden, put the pressure on there. 282 Mike Dowling going after him. And behind him, that looks like 193 Sean Shane. James moves into third place. So it's Peter Lloyd from Mike Appleton. Trevor Reed now back into fourth place. In fifth place, John Shanes, and in sixth place, Joe Woodall. One more lap to go. Looking at Peter Lloyd will win. Paul Harry in second place. Well, Mike Dowling completed the race in third place. Results then from race 13. In first place, number 4, Peter Lloyd. In second place, number 86, Paul Hurry. In third place, number 282, Mike Dowling. In fourth place, number 19, Trevor Reed. In fifth place, number 193, John Shanes. In sixth place, number 311, Stuart Woodall. In seventh place, number 146, Paul Jackson. And in eighth place, number 117, Lawrence Tyler. Race 14 gets underway and 2018 makes a super start. Andy Riley goes past us in second place. Andy Riley in second place. Simon Giddings in third, and a new set of leathers to me anyway. I haven't seen him ride in those blue and white ones before. Inherits the lead. 38 in legs it after one bend. Simon Giddings still in third. In fourth place is Ricky Scarboro. Second place, Simon Giddings in third, Ricky Scarboro in fourth, and in fifth place is Richard Webb, just ahead of 418 Chris Salisbury. Into the second flag, victory then for number 54. Second place, third place, Simon Giddings, behind him Ricky Scarboro, then Richard Webb, and back a little way to Chris Salisbury, and behind him, heading for us now, number 84, Paul War. The results there of race 14. In first place, number 54, Andy Riley. In second place, number 10, Tony Ankin. In third place, number 179, Simon Giddings. In fourth place, number 127, Ricky Scarboro. In fifth place, number 51, Richard Webb. In sixth place, number 418, Chris Salisbury. In seventh place, number 84, Paul War. In eighth place, number 108, Lee Malloy. And in ninth place, number 112, Paul Bassett. So it's Gary Lloyd making a good start then ahead of Gerald Short as they go into the first bend. Reigning 500 champion to come through, and he does indeed. So it's Phil Ashcroft then in the lead, Gary Lloyd in second place. In third place now, number 98, Glen Cunningham. Another very quick. Phil Ashcroft then from Gary Lloyd, from Glen Cunningham, behind him Gerald Short. And then a battle going on between Ian Dudley and John Priest. And Glen Cunningham Glen Cunningham closing up on Phil Ashcroft, but a length or two's advantage still in favour of Phil Ashcroft. Gary Lloyd still in third place, these vehicles wide ahead. Phil Ashcroft wins, Glen Cunningham in second place, Gary Lloyd in third. In fourth place is going to be Ian Dudley, and behind him number 5, John Priest. Results then of race 15. In first place, number 8, Phil Ashcroft. In second place, checking whether I've written down the right numbers, I have indeed. Number 98, Glen Cunningham was indeed. In third place, number 22, Gary Lloyd. In fourth place, number 312, Ian Dudley. In fifth place, number 5, John Priest. In sixth place, number 148, Graham Lowe. Seventh place, number 36, Mark Newey. And in eighth place, number 27, Gerald Short. So that's 8, 98, 22, 312, 5, 148, 36, and 27. So we're back with the 250s then. And the reigning British champion Mark Wadsworth goes immediately to the head of things. Carl Pugh was in second place as they came past us. There's Mark Wadsworth then, from Carl Pugh. And Mark Wadsworth looking very sharp. A warning, I'm sure, for the opposition he's going to find next week in that British Championship event. Still Carl Pugh in second place. Very hard now. Take second place behind Mark Wadsworth. And Carl Pugh coming incredibly wide there. Still Dowling up to third, Carl Pugh in fourth. Mark Wadsworth then across on the far side, 10 times a British champion. Mike Appleton still there in second place. Bill Dowling in third, Carl Pugh in fourth, and in fifth place is Mike Powell. First place. Mike Appleton gets second place. Bill Dowling gets third. And behind him, 242, Carl Pugh. Results then of race 16. In first place, number 344, Mark Wadsworth. In second place, number 558, Mike Appleton. In third place, number 291, Bill Dowling. In fourth place, number 242, Carl Pugh. In fifth place, number 726, Mike Powell. So that's 344, 558, 291, 242, and 726. We stay with the 250s then with race 17. No Kevin Phelps, but we have number 433, Steve Deering. They're away. Paul Reed making a good start and hanging on in there as they go around the bend. We're looking for Steve Deering, who had a good first outing. He's sitting in third place. Oops, a little bit of a problem there for the leader. Steve Deering then, who took advantage of that problem to lead. Has he still got it? Certainly he's right up there, but he's actually sitting in second place behind Mark Evans. There's Mark Evans from Steve Deering. And I would say that... Meanwhile, Harry Waters. The current leader is 240, it's Mark Evans, and he's in front of Steve Deering, and in third place it's Dave Jackson. From Birmingham, riding one of the Honda 2 tracks. Steve Deering there in second place, Dave Jackson in third. In fourth place as they passed us, Paul Reed. And Paul it was who led us. Meanwhile, it's 240 Mark Evans who goes to the flag. Mark Evans it is who wins. Steve Deering in second place, Dave Jackson in the third. In fourth place, Paul Reed. So no changes on that last lap. Here's results of race 17. In first place, number 240 Mark Evans. In second place, number 433 Steve Deering. In third place, number 264 Dave Jackson. In fourth place, number 48 Paul Reed. In fifth place, number 153 Richard Lively. And in sixth place, number 92 Darren Powell. So the numbers read 240, 433, 264, 48, 153 and 92. We move now to the 500 sidecars. And in race 18, let's run through the drivers. Wayne Boys, Roger Newman, Martin James, Mike Reed and Ricky Neal. Then race 18 gets underway and Roger Newman making another good start. So with Roger Newman then ahead of Mike Reed as they go into the first bend, head past the beer tent. Tragic words those. They're going still out in front. Mike Reed and Andy Robertson kept in behind. And in third place, Ricky Neal and Dave Fremantle. And then Martin James and Jason. Outside of Roger Newman and Ian Vincent. Well, they just make it that time. Ian Vincent looks anxiously over his shoulder to see what's happening to the opposition. Well, they're in there pushing hard, but they're still behind you. There's Roger Newman then. Third place is Ricky Neal. Come round for the last lap flag. And it's still out in front, Roger Newman. Mike Reed still hard on his heels. And it's that third place, lonely third place for Ricky Neal and Dave. To the far side. Are we going to see a last bend change here? He does. It's Roger Newman and Ian Vincent who wins. In second place, Mike Reed and Andy Robertson. And in third place, it's going to be Ricky Neal and Dave Fremantle. They in turn are just ahead of Martin James and Jason. The official results then of race 18. In first place, number 75, Roger Newman and Ian Vincent. In second place, number 57, Mike Reed and Andy Robertson. In third place, number 11, Ricky Neal and Dave Fremantle. And in fourth place, number 233, Martin James, in either Jason or Julian, Dorm isn't sure. Will that do? It's very kind of it to be helpful. Let's run through those numbers again. 75, 57, 11 and 233. Down at the runners in race 19, this would be quite a respectable final, wouldn't it? That first run through the drivers, we've got Jerry Squirrel, Dave Howells, Mount Goodwin, Brian Palmer, Kevin Lloyd, and Brian Canning. Race 19 then gets away and well, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Looked like Mark Goodwin shot to one. No, in fact it was Jerry Squirrel who shot off to one side. He's got it going again now. So in fact it's Malcolm Goodwin who's out in front. Right back in fourth place, and looking to close up. Slowly stay that way with Malcolm Goodwin. And a good racing prospect here. So there, look at that battle for second spot. If the leader comes towards once again, let's pick him up yet again. Malcolm Goodwin who leads. Brian Palmer now in second place. Remember pressure coming from Dave Howells in third, Kevin Lloyd in fourth. Kept it going, but he's a lot of places through that. So out in front as they come towards us, then it's Brian Palmer who takes the lead. Ahead of Dave Howells in second place, Kevin Lloyd in third, Mark Goodwin now in fourth place. It's going, but he obviously had a little bit of a momentary problem there. Bit of fuel starvation perhaps. This time around as Brian Palmer goes for it. Dave Howells up the inside. Brian Palmer just. Dave Howells in second place. Kevin Lloyd in third. And Mark Goodwin has dropped back to fifth place. Result of race 19. In first place, number 71, Brian Palmer and Craig Herbert. Second place, number 3, Dave Howells and Scott Duff. In third place, number 7, Kevin Lloyd and Al Bithouse. In fourth place, number 49, Brian Canning and Colin Lewis. And in fifth place, number 34, Jerry Squirrel and Paul Stafford. So those numbers read 71, 3, 7, 49 and 34. And following the two 250 legs, we have Mark Wadsworth on 24 points, Mike Appleton on 22 points. We have number 240, Mark Evans on 20 points, number 264, Dave Jackson on 18, number 291, Bill Dowling also on 18, and number 433, Steve Deeren also on 18. So a very close competition for the 250 class. The 500 sidecar competition. Brian Palmer on 14, Roger Newman on 12, Kevin Lloyd on 11, Dave Howells on 10. So that's nicely poised, and just a single point behind on 9 points is Mike Reed. Race 20 then coming up. In a way, it's Andy Riley right on the inside, making good start. Lynn Stanton goes there with him. John Chains in third place, and Tom Ledbetter in fourth, and Peter Lloyd in fifth as they go round the bend past the beer tent. And it's Andy Riley now. Don't actually get too much opportunity to ride the 350s. He spends a lot of his time riding the 500s in international events abroad. Still Glen Stanton in second place. Peter Lloyd moves through beautifully to third place. Tom Ledbetter under a lot of pressure but hanging on to fourth. From Peter Lloyd in second place. Glen Cunningham in third. Gerald Short in fourth. And Gerald Short and Tom Ledbetter side by side and ahead of 193 John Shanes. Please the way that 350 ground was going. Ahead of Peter Lloyd in second place, then Glen Cunningham, then Gerald Short, then Tom Ledbetter, then John Shanes. Come back a little ways and under Powell. So then, out in front. Andy Riley wins. Peter Lloyd in second place. Gerald Short in third. Glen Cunningham in fourth. Tom Ledbetter behind him. The official results then of race 20. In first place, number 54, Andy Riley. In second place, number 4, Peter Lloyd. In third place, number 27, Gerald Short. In fourth place, number 811, Glen Cunningham. In fifth place, number 12, Tom Ledbetter. In sixth place, number 193, John Shanes. And in seventh place, number 72, Paul Powell. Well, certainly Peter Lloyd's really taken to this 350 this afternoon, hasn't he? Stay with the 350s with race 21. Come around towards us for the first completed lap. In fourth place as they pass us, indeed, it's 148 Graham Lowe. Mark Taylor comes through and takes the second place. Control down there, as you can see, he's dropped right back. So they're coming towards us with Ricky Scarboro leading, Mark Taylor in second place. Graham Lowe going through, and Wayne Broadhurst obviously in trouble as Mike Beaumont passes him as well and relegates him to fifth place. Ricky Scarboro. Into the last lap. Still Mark Taylor on the recovery trail in second place. Graham Lowe in third, then Mike Beaumont, then the ailing Wayne Broadhurst. Back a little way to 105 time well. Looking to take victory in race 21. He does indeed. Ricky Scarboro to win. Mark Taylor in second. Mike Beaumont in third. Graham Lowe in fourth. And in fifth place, a somewhat disconsolate Wayne Broadhurst. Second place, 170 Mark Taylor. In third place, number 32 Mike Beaumont. In fourth place, number 148 Graham Lowe. In fifth place, number 158 Wayne Broadhurst. And in sixth place, number 105 Steve Tideswell. Let's run through those again. 127, 170, 32, 148, 158 and 105. Underway on the far side. Back there in the pack as it looks like John Halsey's leading. We're looking for Neville Penfold to come up into contention as well. And it's John Halsey on the inside who leads. This is Jenner right there within Pen Lane in third and Neville Penfold back in fourth or fifth place. Pen Lane powering up the inside but sitting in third place. Now he moves straight into the lead. Third Pen Lane then from John Halsey. Oh, super corner from Pen Lane there. It really was. There's Ken Lane and Mark Edwards. In front now in second place, John Halsey and Tony Miles. In third place, Richard Jenner and Nick Walters. And then tucked in behind them, Neville Penfold and Paul Randall. Then in race foreman has obviously had problems early on in the race. Meanwhile then it's the checkered flag and going to get it the first crew to get there, Ken Lane and Mark Edwards. Richard Jenner and Nick Walters came through to steal second place in a very close second, third and fourth. Results then of race 22 as follows. In first place, number 7, Ken Lane and Mark Edwards. In second place, number 87, Richard Jenner and Nick Walters. In third place, number 13, John Halsey and Tony Miles. In fourth place, number 21, Neville Penfold and Paul Randall. And in fifth place, number 149, Len and Ray Foreman. And the 350 solo competition after 2 legs stands like this. Number 54, Andy Riley on 24 points. Number 4, Peter Lloyd on 22 points. Number 127, Ricky Scarboro on 19 points. Number 27, Gerald Short on 18 points. And then on 16 points, we've got Wayne Broadhurst, Mark Taylor, and number 32, Mike Beaumont. And the racing gets underway again. And it's a big Now across the bottom straight there, and Gary Moon rustling coming up round the outside, but it's Gary Moon in front. And it's rustling in fact has dropped back to 4th place as they go past us. Gary Moon then, with Steve Robbins in the chair. The Aussies riding with English licenses this year and taking part in the Masters. Alan and John Blewett up in second place. Rustling up Hoyers in third, and in fourth place it's Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. A high class field out in the English race. But Gary Moon is keeping him out in front. Coming very wide on that bend, but Alan and John Blewett cut through. They saw the gap, they had to go through. So it's Gary Moon now in second, rustling in third, and Alan and John Blewett, it is right at him, but rustling goes through to take second place. John Blewett from Rustling and Paul Urich. Gary Moon and Steve Robbins in third, and Rob Wilson and Vince Jones in fourth place, and that's the way they look like they're going to stay. And Rustling comes through. Just as I say, that's the way they're going to stay. Rustling came through to take race 23. The results then of race 23 as follows. In first place, number 6, Rustling and Paul Urich. In second place, number 3, Alan and John Blewett. In third place, number 86, Gary Moon and Steve Robbins. In fourth place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. And in fifth place, number 111, which is Peter Goodwin. And in the chair with Peter Goodwin is a gentleman whose Christian name we don't know. We tried hard, we'll call him Mr. Shuffle. The numbers then, 6, 3, 86, 24 and 111. Race 24 coming up. Yes, trying hard. I moved Mr. Shuffle from one outfit to another tonight. It's Tony Stark, of course, the passenger with Peter Goodwin, number 111. So, race 24 coming out. Let's run through the drivers. Ian McCauley, Kevin Simmons, Chris Golden, Roger Measer, Steve Allabone and Chris Hall. They come into line. Up goes the gate. We're away. Across, sitting in second place, they come out of orders. It's not Measer with the advantage. It looked in fact like Kevin Stevens. It was Kevin Stevens who led, but Roger Measer eases his way inside him. There's Roger Measer from Kevin Stevens as we look across to the far side. An opportunity for us to take a look at what happens. came out of that first round of the Masters leading the sidecar competition, then had a broken gearbox at the start of the final. Kevin Stevens in behind, and in third place, outfit number 96, Chris Hall and Steve Kensington. Speedway activity, we're going to be doing Reading on Monday, and Coventry in a few weeks' time. What's telling me that the motor he has in here now is, in fact, the motor he's trying to keep for the Masters. Very much under control, stylish demonstration, no real problems at all for number 51, Roger Measer and Shane Lapham. Second place, number 11, Kevin Simmons and Miles Simmons. Stephen Miles Simmons, let's get it right. Second place. The official results then for race 24 as follows. In first place, number 51, Roger Measer and Shane Lapham. In second place, number 11, Kevin Stevens and Miles Simmons. In third place, number 96, Chris Hall and Steve Kensington. In fourth place, and number 8, Steve Allibone and Andy Bacon. In fifth place, number 20, Chris Gold and Mike Elders. And in sixth place, number 50, Ian McCauley and Rick McCauley. So race 25 coming up. Race 25 then coming to the line, Craig Cheetham, Tom Gilsellan, Roy McGowan may well not be out because his passenger was still suffering from that tumble. Chris Byers and Ivor Matthews. Well, Ivor Matthews and Nick Dowd probably favourites, but Gary Lane will have different views, I'm sure. Here we go then, they're coming around for the first time. Up in front, it's 127 Roy McGowan. He is in fact out. Okay, so that's good to see. Roy McGowan then and Alan Berry back in action. So then, I outfit number 127. Roy McGowan it is who leads. Craig Cheetham keeping the pressure on in second place, but he's right alongside Ivor Matthews, who eases his way through in turn into second. Craig Cheetham now in third. So it's Ivor Matthews then who's closing up on the lead of that leady Roy McGowan and Alan Berry. Ivor Matthews and Mick Dowd in there. And in third place is Craig Cheetham and Gary Lane. And Ivor Matthews closing right up now. Just starting to rise one of the pictures. Ivor tries the outside, tries to switch to the inside, but hanging on to the inside line. Roy McGowan going well. And Matthews is not going to get there. In fact, it looks as though he may well have lost his second place right on the line. Steve Smith and keep all making a good start, but losing that advantage. But they made up for it straight through the middle. He's going to be wide here, I think, Steve Smith. Will he take the lead straight away? Coming up through Mick Cave it was, who had the advantage. Steve Smith now in second place. So then, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. Steve Smith and people. Remember, only a few weeks back he injured his neck when he was helping another driver out. So here we go then, Mick Cave still in front of Steve Smith in second place. In third place it's Mark Wells. In fourth place, coming through Andy Norrish. Oh, Steve Smith really lining it up. Cave is still there at the moment. It's still Mick Cave. A fascinating battle this with Mick Cave. Hanging on. Steve Smith right on his heels. Still in third place, Mark Wells. And Smithy eases his way through just as though he didn't have to try. Super big advantage from So it's Steve Smith then and Keith Wall as the checker flag comes out. Victory then for outfit number 2, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. In second place, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. And crossing the line in third place, number 71, Mark Wells, and in the chair, John King. So we go with the 500 solos, and it's David Wright who takes the lead. Jonathan Sims and Andy Riley right on his heels. So then, David Wright from Tupley in Gloucester. David Wright in second place. Jonathan Sims in third. Jonathan, who's riding in the Masters this year, just ahead of number 36, Mark Newey. Good race going on. Andy Riley then still leading. David Wright and Jonathan Sims side by side. So in third place is Mark Dewey, just ahead of 146 Rob Jackson. Mechanical problem. Pulls off in the centre there. Andy Riley then to the head of Dave Wright and Jonathan Sims. David Wright, who back in the winter lost the chance of a speedway contract through. So then, Andy Riley. David Wright in second place, Jonathan Sims in third. And in fourth place, number 146, Rob Jackson. The result then of race 27. In first place, number 54, Andy Riley. In second place, number 38, David Wright. In third place, number 135, Jonathan Sims. In fourth place, number 146, Rob Jackson. In fifth place, number 36, Mark Newey. In sixth place, number 25. He said anxiously trying to find out who that was. Ah, that's Kristen Marsh, the addition. In seventh place, number 84, Paul Wall. And in eighth place, number 441, Henriage Brook. And word kindly provided on the state of the 1,000 sidecars after 2 legs. We've got Russelling on 14. We've got Ken Lane on 14. So those 2 joint leaders. We've got Steve Smith on 12, Roger Measer on 12, and Mick Cave on 12. And then we've got 127, Roy McGuinn on 11, Craig Cheetham on 10, Neville Penfold on 10, and Rob Wilson on 10. So race 28 coming up. We stay with the 500 solos with Simon Gittings, Gary Lloyd, Lee Malloy, Gerald Short, John Priest, Jason McGroy, Mike Dowling, Ian Dudley, Chris Salisbury, Ricky Scarboro. That's on my uncorrected programme. Let's have a little look, see if there are any changes. No, we won't, because we'll get underway with the racing. And it's Simon Gittings who goes to the head of the field. Gary Lloyd right on his inside. Gary Lloyd who goes through. Looks like Phil Dowling. Mike Dowling, in fact, this time. In second place, not Phil Dowling, and Simon Gittings in third. In fourth place, it's Ian Dudley. Very stylish riding here, staying ahead of Mike Dowling, and Simon Gittings and Ian Dudley. And then Ricky Scarborough comes through just ahead of Chris Salisbury. But he has a problem on the bend, he's down. Simon Gittings takes avoiding action as Mike Dowling goes on. Simon Gittings now in second, Ian Dudley in third, Ricky Scarborough fourth, John Priest in behind him. Gary Lloyd walks back. indicating on wave flag. However, Mike Dowling, Simon Gittings in second place. I think that was Ian Dudley in third. The official results then of race 28. In first place, number 282, Mike Dowling. I tried to turn him into his brother Bill. I'm sorry about that, Mike. In second place, number 179, Simon Gittings. In third place, number 312, Ian Dudley. In fourth place, number 127, Ricky Scarboro. In fifth place, appropriately enough, number 5, John Priest. And in sixth place, number 418, Chris Salisbury, followed in seventh place by number 108, Lee Malloy. So those numbers read 282, 179, 312, 127, 5, 418 and 108. So the rest of the field, Lawrence Tyler, Nigel Newman, Tony Atkin, Nigel Stanford, Graham Lowe, Trevor Eden, Richard Moss and Paul Bassett. Here we go then, race 29 gets underway. Trevor Eden making a good start with him goes Tony Atkin. Nigel Newman right there as well. These three were close together in one of their previous outings. Tony Atkin looking over his shoulder. In fourth place is Stuart Woodall, just ahead of number 148 Graham Lowe. Trevor Eden works his way through to second place now. Tony Atkin then leading the field into that final lap. Back in fifth place is Graham Lowe, and that'll go on for sixth place, a little bit further back, and a little bit certainly all happening right now. Meanwhile then, the leader comes towards us. Victor then for number 10, Tony Atkin. Second place, number 19, Trevor Eden, looked to be just ahead of turn 2, Nigel Newman. Nice little dash for the line there. Back forward. There's the door to the line. Tyler winning their own personal battle with him and Paul Bassett. The result then of race 29. In first place, number 10, Tony Atkin. In second place, number 19, Trevor Eden. In third place, number 2, Nigel Newman. In fourth place, number 311, Stuart Woodall. In fifth place, number 148, Graham Lowe. In sixth place, number 117, Lawrence Tyler. And in seventh place, number 112, Paul Bassett.